Hello, 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 and welcome to Book Talk with Two. I'm in the mood to make videos today, so this is my second video. I want to talk about 20 books that I would like to read. That is on my list. I look at it, I see these books, and I gotta read them, gotta read them. Now, two of the books are actually this month's TBR, and I have not picked them up yet to read. And one of them is by Colleen Hoover, Without Merits. I think there's another book to this. I'm not for sure, but I'd like to read this book. I love Colleen Hoover. My very first book ever read by her, which is actually next month's read, and that's Verity. That was the first book I ever read by Colleen Hoover. So, the second book I've ever read by her was Ugly Love, and the next book is by Simone St James, and that's The Broken Girls. I've had this book. I think I got this book. I've had this book since 2023, and I've been dying to read it, but have not picked it up yet. It is a book I definitely want to get and read. Another book I want to get. This is How You Lose Time War. I just recently bought this book this year, and I've heard so many great things. And this book is thin enough that I know I can read it, and it may take a day or two. I do go to dialysis. I have some books, 3 books left for dialysis, but this one I might could do. The next book is this one right here. Paris Daillencourt is about to crumble. It's a QBT book, however you say it, but GTQB, I can't even say it. But anyway, and that's another book that I would definitely want to get through and read. The books I want to get through and read, if I do not like them, I do have some friends that I can give the books to that might enjoy the book more than I actually did. The next one is Boyfriend Material. I bought this book this year, and I saw it, and I had to get it, and I was like, this is going to be a book that's probably going to be a 5-star read for me. I have no idea yet. Same with this one. This one could be a 5-star read for me. I need to find some 5-star reads. I've heard people talk about a book they read, 5 stars. Well, I write it down on a piece of paper. I put it on my library list, and I don't like to buy a book unless I check it out. But usually the list, when I write the books down, I take it with me when I go book shopping. And right now I'm on a notebook buy. So, I mean, I will buy books only if they're going to a book collection that I've already got. Or book series books that I've already got. I need to get more of that particular book. Those particular books. So I can have a series, and then I can sit down and read the whole series. Even though I might have already read the whole series. But anyway, the next one is The Tourist Attraction. When I saw this book, I got this book in 2024, and I wanted to read it at Christmas, and I didn't read it. I'm not going to read it this Christmas, but I do want to read it. I want to put the books that I want to try to read and get done on a shelf, so I can have them on a shelf and say, hey, I want to read this and get it done. The next one was a recent book I bought this year by Christina Henry, and it's Alice. I think it's supposed to be like, and it's book 1 in the book series, so I definitely want to get the rest of these books and have them. Even if I don't like the series, I would like them for decorative in mine. I think they would look beautiful on my shelf. And I'd have a special shelf for those and for my ever after series. Another one is by Dahlia Rose, The Duke and His well, Della. Anyway, I can't pronounce the bottom word, but anyway, I got this book this year. I think I got it this year. Yeah. And I believe this is book 1 in the series. I believe. I don't know if I want the series or not, but I saw the book and I was like, oh, that's thin enough. I can read it and have it done in no time. Any of the books, like I said, that if I do not like, I definitely will give them to some friends of mine. I know I have some books, my friend, I have a lot of friends that want a lot of my books. I have one here I'm going to talk about. It's by Jessica V. Barnett, and I have a friend that really wants that book so bad that I told her to go buy it because I wasn't getting rid of it, but I don't know. I have to read it and see if I want it or not. Serpent Dove, um, the book series of Serpents. I have not read any of this book by this author. This is book one, and I got this book in 2024. It is kind of thick, but I want to take a day where with thick books like Boyfriend Material, The Tourist Attraction, um, Paris Daillencourt is about to crumble, any thick books, even the next one, and pick a day and just put those books that are thick and write them down and then pick one and then sit there and try to read it. I don't want to take it to Dale and read it. I want to stay at home and try to sit at my kitchen table in the living room like I always do and try to read it and see if I can get through some of it. And if I do like the book, then take it with me when I go to dialysis. Then we have Silkworm. Um, I got this book in 2024. The Silkworm, I saw that and I was like, The Cuckoo is Calling. And I thought that might be a good book. We'll see. It is a beautiful cover. I love the cover. I like that it says Silkworm. That is something nice. Next one, Eddie Wilson is Looking for Love. I saw the cover of this book, and this cover of this book is what drew me to it. I was like, the cover is beautiful. It's a thin book, and it is perfect print book. I know usually I write down all the books that I write down and put it in this, but I'm not going to do it this time. The next one is The Other Side of Never. Now, I think this is supposed to be like a Peter Pan story. I think this is probably book one in the book series, I think. I'm not sure if it's a book series or not. But it is a book. It's been sitting on my shelf that I bought this year, and it's something I need that I think I should actually get through and read. The next one is by Kent Henley, and it is The Eye of the Sword. I saw this book. It made me think of one of my TikTokers and booktubers, my booktubers and book talkers made me think of him. And this is actually book two in the series, so I don't have book one, but I do want to read book two because if I read book two, if I like book two, then I can check out book one from my local library and see if that is something I want to invest in by getting the rest of the books for the series. Another one is, I have not read it yet. Okay, guys, The Perfect Marriage. That is another book that I definitely have not read yet. It is a book that I definitely need to pick up and start reading. So, these are some books. I'm not saying I want to get through these by the end of the year, but these are some books I want to read. Whether it's this year I get into it or get into them next year. But there are some books that I want to read. And who knows, if I do read it, I may end up picking that book and have to wrap it up and put it on my shelf and reread it next year. But we'll have to see about that because some of these big books, I don't know if I want to reread them. I want to keep them if I like them, but I don't know if I want to reread them. Freida McFadden, The Tenant. I have some Freida McFadden books, but this is one I recently bought this year. And, oh, she talks about books there she has that I definitely want to read this book of hers. Everybody has told me it's a perfect book. I've seen it come in this book cover and this color of the book, and it comes in another color I've seen as well. Another one is by Anne M. Martin, The Corners of the Universe. A small book, it's a hardback, not that big. I got this in 2023. Have not even read it yet. So this is another book I definitely want to pick up, and I definitely want to get through and read. The other one, this is the one my friend wants, and I was not going to give it to her, and it's Freak Camp. I saw this book. I got this book this year, and I seen it. I picked it up in the library. I got it before she did because we were at the library together. I grabbed it before she did. And she was, I want that book. That book looks so cool. And it is a book I wanna get and read. And like I told her, I said, let me read it first. And if I don't want it, I'll give it to you. And she asks me all the time, have you read that book yet? Have you read Freak Camp? Freak Camp, have you read the book yet? No. But making me think about her today and thinking about this, I want to show you books that I want to read to try to get through. The other one is Loving by Karyn Kingsbury. I definitely want to read them. I love the book series, The Summer I Turned Pretty. I read book 1. I need to read book 2 and 3, but I also need to read this one too. I think this is a book series too. The last one is Little Fireflies Everywhere. I've been eyeballing this book. It's been sitting on my shelf, and I bought it this year, and I've been eyeballing this book, and eyeballing it. And I was like, I want to read that book someday. But I definitely have been eyeballing this book a lot. I've been like, I want to read that book. I want to read that book. And now, I definitely want to read that book. That's good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, and if there's any books that you have read or any books that you would like to read that I have here, let me know. Till next time. Bye, guys.